Who the hell are you? Funny you ask. I was about to propose the same question to you. I'm Grink, commander of the General of Sector 5 of the Great Lord Frieza's army. Frieza? Saiyan? What the hell are you talking about? You're not Saiyan? No, you definitely are. Approach. What did you do to the cabinet? Why would I approach you? That wasn't me, that was my follower. He insisted on traveling the old-fashioned way. He won't be awake for about an hour, though. And what about the old woman in the cabin? The female? She's fine. All right. You sigh in relief. You sent a distress call. Is everything all right? By the looks of this planet, you've already taken it over. Also that woman. What purpose does she serve? She was like a mother. She raised me. And the distress thing was never started on purpose. Grink's face grows annoyed. Are you telling me we wasted our time coming here? And on top of that, you're a rogue Saiyan? Grink takes out a small device and starts typing on it. I'll have to report this to the higher-ups and get this sorted. He turns around and walks to the cabin, going inside after fiddling with the knob. You follow. Seriously, what the hell are you talking about? Saiyans? Frieza? Telling the higher-ups? What are you saying? And what do you mean by that I'm Saiyan? It's none of your concern. Like hell it isn't. If you keep persisting, I'll silence you. A Saiyan pod is in the corner of the room. Grink walks over to it. Fine. It doesn't matter anyways. Then Grink looks at the device. Damn you, always picking the worst option. He taps on the screen. Waste of my time. The woman is passed out on the table. She was clearly hit by some debris when the pod fell. You walk to her and check if there was any damage. A small bruise is on the side of her head, behind her ear. That's not too bad. You pick her up and go to her room and lay her on her bed. She should be fine. Then you walk back into the main room. I've been ordered to examine you. Why? And by who? By Lord Frieza, of course. He's been trying to round up those of your kind after a recent incident. All right, I'll let you examine me, but I want answers. You're in no position to command anything. But I'll humor you. What are the Saiyans and who is Frieza? That's all I want to know. Get undressed. Grink taps the screen a few more times. You start taking off your clothes. The Saiyans are a race you belong to. They're a race of vicious warriors. Well, were. Your home planet, Planet Vegeta, was destroyed by a meteor. Before that, they were hired by Lord Frieza to take over and colonize planets for him. Now he's trying to find the remaining members of the Saiyan race. Lord Frieza himself is the Emperor of the Galaxy. Huh. Crazy that I've never heard of him. Do you know what abilities the Saiyans had? You finish taking your clothes off. What do you consider abilities? Grink starts walking around him and taking notes. As I suspected, your tail was amputated at some point. Things specific to the race, I guess. And yeah, they don't have many abilities specific to their race, other than transforming into an ape, which you can no longer do. Oh. Grink walks over to the pod. You're in good shape. Lord Frieza might want a word with you. You put your clothes back on. Oh, really? Why, is he looking for Saiyans anyways? He's looking for warriors, maybe a few scientists. But why Saiyans specifically? Why not? They worked for him in the past, so we know they would again. Besides, Saiyans are known for their strength and brutal nature. Perfect for an army. I guess you're right. Of course I am. I don't see why you would want me. I don't know how to fight others. I only know how to survive. There are programs for that. Is that so? Not all Saiyans are born fighters, but all can be turned into them. Well, I can't leave. Not like this. I have to wait till she wakes up at least. We have to wait for him to wake up anyway. Points to the pod with his thumb. You try to look inside the pod. It's dark, but a faint outline of a person can be seen. Don't mess with that. You back up. If you aren't working for Frieza, what are you doing here? No idea. I've been here ever since I was a baby from what I'm told. Must have been a mistake. Either that or your parents didn't want you. Maybe. What even happened to him? You point at the pod. He decided to take that pod rather than come on the way I did, which made him enter a short sleep. Huh? How did you get here? A transportation platform on a big ship. Oh. You said you've been on this planet your whole life? Yeah, at least for what I'm told. Well, that's impossible. All Saiyans are born on planet Vegeta. Surely you were just sent here. Do you have anything from your past that could clear some of this up? There was a pod that looked just like that. You point to the pod. Near where they found me. And I was wearing this. You show them the Saiyan armor. Well, that's clear evidence. That's a Mark 1 armor, although it's missing the lower half. And the pod is what I presume you sent the beacon with? By accident, yes. Can you take me to this pod? Got nothing better to do, sure. Follow me. You walk to the front door and leave. Grink puts the device away and follows you. I'm surprised nobody has come for you yet, though I guess this planet is rather under the radar. There was apparently another Saiyan, but no one knows what happened to them, and that was 15 years ago. Just a question, but does Kabu ring any bells to you? It was scratched into the interior of the pod. Kabu. Sounds like an uncommon Saiyan name. Huh. Must be my name then. You said something about an incident regarding Frieza. Care to elaborate on that? Lord Frieza was attacked by a rogue Saiyan and was nearly killed multiple times. Really? They must have been some strong guys. You show a little bit of excitement to your own surprise. Grink glances at you, clearly taking note of that reaction. Not anymore. Lord Frieza is stronger now. He won't be defeated again. I don't know why, but I'm kind of excited to meet this Frieza guy. You should be. Lord Frieza is untouchable. I guess you should be if you're the Emperor of the Galaxy. You arrive at the waterfall. It's at the top of the waterfall. Grink looks up. Way up there? Yeah. Alright. Grink starts floating, and then rises, landing on the ledge. How did you do that? What? You can't fly? You can? How do you not know how to fly? No one here knows how to fly. You're useless. Do you at least have ki control? What the hell is that? Never mind. Grink disappears as he walks away from the ledge of the cliff. Hey, wait a minute! You start climbing the other side of the waterfall. Grink looks inside the pod. Definitely not a current make. Most of the main controls are fried. It's a miracle he could send a signal from this thing at all. You arrive at the top. Was there no way for you to help me? No. Did you see what you wanted to see? Just about. Grink continues to mess with the controls. What are you doing? Seeing what still works. Oh. While you're talking, a bright light flies into the sky from the cabin. Grink looks over. You recognize that the light looks striking similar to your gift. Well, looks like he's awake early. We should get going before he gets impatient. All right. You start climbing down the mountain. Grink rolls his eyes and he floats toward the ground. Hurry up! You get to the bottom. Then you walk in the direction of the cabin. You're about to meet another member of your race. You must be excited. Oh, really? Is he strong? Probably. I've never seen him fight. When he's with me, we're usually examining planets like yours. Oh, by the way, that beam of light that signaled you earlier, what was that? It looks a lot like an ability I have. That? That was just a key blast. It's part of the key control I mentioned earlier. I guess I know a little bit about that after all. I have no idea how to fly, though. It's easy. It's just propulsion through spatial balance. He slightly trips on a rock. Damn pointless trash! He kicks it off the path. Seems complicated to me. It sounds complicated, but it's not. I guess it's easier in practice. It is. Alright. I'm guessing I'll be taught that if I join you people. Definitely. Grink pushes some branches out of the way, and you're back at the cabin. A man now sits on the roof. We're back. It's about time. The man jumps down. This the culprit? Yes. Howdy. The man looks you up and down. Definitely sane. But where's his tail? Says it was cut off. Curious. The locals didn't like it. They said it caused problems when I became a giant ape. Figures. Locals couldn't handle it. The man wears a device like Grink's on his left eye. He presses a button on it and looks you up and down, again as it beeps repeatedly. What are you doing? Analysis. What's your name? Kabu, apparently. Kabu, huh? Simple but powerful. I like it. Thanks. Yours? Pokin. Interesting. You're well bred for an outsider. A power level of 15,000 is nothing to scoff at. I'm not a fighter. Obviously. What's your powerful level? Around 26,000. Wow, that's way higher than mine. You must be really strong. You're showing that strange excitement from earlier. I'm a warrior. I have to be strong. What about his? You point at Grink. What's so funny? uh, he couldn't take either of us in a fight. He's only 800. I'm not a brute like you. Hold your tongue. We may be partners, but we're certainly not on well enough terms for you to make such remarks. I'm your superior officer. Sure, but who knows that out here? He mischievously smirks. Grinke gives a scared look. As we were. He turns back to you. Well, he's not very exciting. Not at all. So what's the story? Pokin leans against the cabin with his arms crossed and a leg up. What? Like my story? Yeah. I was sent here when I was a baby, apparently, and lived here all my life. Heard that one a lot. That's about it. So what do you do around here? This planet is practically desolate. Survive? No other thing to do. There's no way off this planet that I know. Well, if you come back with us, you can. Although I can't promise you'll see it again. I need to talk to someone first before I can do that. Alright, we'll be waiting. Okay. You walk into the old woman's bedroom and open the door and check if she's awake. She's still asleep. You close the door and walk back to them. Who is she? A little aged for a maid. It's his surrogate parent. Parent, huh? You rely on her? A bit. There are things that she could probably still teach me, and the obvious wisdom of age. What race does she belong to? Not even I'm sure of that. Well, I didn't ask you, did I? I was never told. You've lived with her your whole life and you never thought to ask? I only recently have been told that I'm not the same race, so no. Pokin rubs his eyes with his finger and his thumb. You're gonna be a tough one to teach. Grink looks down at his device. We have a response from the higher-ups. Speak. Lord Frieza has ordered the retrieval of the Saiyan by tomorrow, unforcefully unless met with resistance. Looks like it's not a choice then. I hope you don't have many belongings to pack. Nothing that I know of, but I'm not leaving just yet. You have until tomorrow. If you aren't ready by then, we'll all be in trouble. Pokin stops leaning and starts pacing around. I thought of another solution. It probably won't work, but let's hear it. I'll leave right now, if you allow me to bring her. You want to bring that old thing with you? Works for me. Yes. I don't want to leave her to die alone on this planet without a chance to decide. At least this way, she can choose to do so. I've already decided to join you. I just want her to know and have a voice in the matter. Whatever. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Alright, I'll go pack some things up for her, and then, we'll leave. You go to pack some things and walk back out, carrying a container and her. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Are we going then? I see no reason not to. Let's go. I'll take the pod. You have to be joking. Was I the last time? Fine, do as you please. But we're taking the ship. Fine by me. Pokin walks into the cabin. Follow me, Kabu. We'll take the more civilized exit. Alright. You start following him. I don't think I'll ever understand you Saiyans and your interest in such trivial things. Well, you guys don't seem to pay us to think. You hear the sound of the Saiyan pod wisp away as it shoots across the sky and out of the atmosphere. That we don't. If he wants to do it that way, he can. It doesn't seem to affect you too much. It just seems unnecessary is all. You'll see in a moment. Okay. The two of you walk for a few minutes before arriving at a massive disc-shaped ship. Tons of dome-shaped windows surround the exterior walls in a single straight row all the way around. At the top, a huge dome with a view of the open sky above. Here it is. Whoa. That's what you came here with? You suddenly understand now, huh? Crazy. That thing goes into space? How the hell does any of this stuff do that? Same as flight for us. Propulsion and control. That's all flying is. I still don't get it. Ugh, come on board. Grink leads you up a large ramp into the interior. Man, this place isn't very showy, is it? A lot of boring and nothing else. What do you mean? This is the most state-of-the-art technology in the galaxy. Soldiers walk to and fro, all wearing the familiar armor, though theirs differ slightly. There's plenty to look at here. It's not my thing, I guess. Suit yourself. Grink walks into a control panel and puts in some coordinates. Lord Frieza will be waiting to meet you. Make yourself presentable. Two females of unknown races walk over and go to each side of you, leading you by the hands. You go down a long hallway and enter a smaller room. Upon entering, you see tons of females of different races. Some of them are working on things, others are lounging or talking with each other. What's going on here? You say in a confused manner. All of them suddenly look at him like an animal to a treat. A very short woman walks over to you. She only comes up to your waist. We gotta get you out of those rags. What? Why? These are my clothes. They're dirty and you stink. Stop being so stingy. And if you're going to meet the Emperor of the Universe, you need to look good. Fine. But you better not do anything to my coat. It's special. We'll wash it, that's all. That's fine then. Is there any way you want me to undress at? Yeah, go on. All of the women slightly lean in closer. Alright. You start undressing, showing obvious forms of uncomfort. He looks strong, one of them says. Ladies, it's measurement time. They all cheer and slowly approach you. It's very intimidating. I'm not okay with this. You start backing up slowly. The faster you work with us, the faster it gets done. Fine. They crowd around him, measuring his limbs and torso. All but one of them step back. Only the main speaker from earlier remains. That's almost everything. There's just one thing left. And what's that? She tosses him the measuring tape-like device that he saw them use. I think you know. They all turn around. We won't peek. Reluctantly, he measures. They giggle. Hey, what's so funny? We just wanted to see if you'd do it. That has nothing to do with clothing size. They all laughed. Unbelievable. Is there anything else? He says, annoyed. No, you're good. You can just hang out with us if you want. I can't really be walking around in my underwear, so I guess I'll stay here. My name is Bito, by the way. She holds her hand out. You shake it. Kabu. I take it that you're Saiyan? Yeah, from what I'm told at least. I'm a Saiyan too. Me and my brother. It's odd that you have no tail, though. Yeah, the locals couldn't handle the giant ape, so they cut it off. Is your brother Pokin or someone else? Ugh, Pokin. Not in a million years. Alright, who's your brother then? My brother's name is Jagaimo. He's back at the colony. Oh, any chance I'll see him? Is he strong? You should see him when we land, and yeah, he's pretty strong. You show pure excitement. I can't wait. So, since you're not doing anything, she leans in close and walks her fingers up your chest. Stop it, Bito. You guys are no fun, she pouts. Sorry about that. She's a colonizer. What's that supposed to mean? She tries her damnedest to mate with anyone she can. She's rarely successful, though. Like you know anything about how I work. I know that you and your brother are filthy mate-bred outcasts. That's not true at all. You know it is. The only reason you're still here is because your dear old mom and pop made good decision with your genes. Bito starts to cry. You're the worst! She leaves the room. Man, you guys are a bunch of jackasses. You put on your pants and take off.